And then I must say, right to information as well as laws which demand political parties to divulge their sources of funding is also very important.
Rukshana, we are facing a situation where the 17th Amendment to the Constitution is defunct, except for the Elections Commission. We are basically in a country where there is unconstitutional rule. I mean, the 13th and the 17th are in limbo. You are now talking about a situation where the incumbents in power are going to look back and feel ashamed that this is how they came into power, and are going to embark now on a process to eradicate corruption so that they could have the chance of losing out at the next election? Surely.
How would you make them accountable if not? We wrote to both the candidates. We wrote both the to both the candidates before the election, 2 weeks before the election.
Public letter, open letters?
Open letter.
Yeah,
we have issued those letters to the public as well. They are on our website. We told them we are maintaining a report card based on your manifestos, right? And those particularly we are looking into transparency and accountability standards, right? And
you will continue this.
And we will continue to do that. And we will now onwards, every 3 months, we will be giving to our president report card in every 3 months. And at the end of the first year, on 30th of January 2011, we will give a full report card giving what are the promises that the president has delivered in terms of transparency and good governance. That's what we are looking at. And I was just wondering, as I said, it's good to keep them on record, and how to make them accountable. As I said, let people decide at the end of the day. I mean, yes, we can put pressure, we can put international pressure on that, and you have seen in the last few years, nothing had worked in this country, especially if you take one example as the 17th Amendment to the Constitution. So there's a huge frustration because, unfortunately, we have gone to an extent, we have failed even to honor the orders of the Supreme Court of the country,
basic
which is the basic constitution of the country. So then, of course, as a civil society organization, we do have a duty to make them accountable. So we have to have information in the eyes of the public, which would give them the opportunity to question them.
We are unfortunately at the end of the program, but now for those who haven't read or didn't read your reports, available in all 3 languages, even in a sense, though it's too late to influence the vote as a matter of public record of what happened during the campaign, where exactly can they access it? You will make it available. You aren't going to take this off online?
It's on our website. It's www.tisrilanka.org. www.tisrilanka.org. If you get to our website, you can download all the information. We have put 4 interim reports before the election. All reports discuss about the abuse of public property by the candidates. And in another 2 weeks' time, we will be releasing, 3 weeks' time rather, we will be releasing the final report of our PPPR project.
Out of curiosity, has there been any official response from the candidates at the time to these reports?
Of course, we did receive, not from the candidates as such, but from their officers.
And what was the...
Of course, we are very defensive at that time. I can give one example. We questioned the fact that the use of the official house of the president for different meetings where thousands of people gathered, and we got a response telling that the political party money has been used for these things. But then, as a matter of transparency and good governance, we said yes, you have to put those bills expose them to the public, and we didn't get any response to that. But just forget about the food and the space. What about the electricity, the utilities? Do you have a particular meter to gauge utilities used for these particular purposes and then pay them separately? Those kind of issues also.
But you issued a letter with regards to the Telecommunications Regulations Commission.
Of course, we did about the SMS sent by the president, and we didn't get any response from the chairperson of the Telecommunication Regulatory
or
Body.
the campaign.
No.
Or any of the mobile
service providers also. They also have failed to give us any response.
Will you be pursuing this in the future?
Of course, we do. But then we have to see, like, if they are not listening to this, what are the other steps that we can utilize to make them sound.
And that's what you
And we will continue to do that work.
Rukshana, wish you all strength in that regard. And
thank you so much.
Do take care of yourself as you embark on this process. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.